Hi, I'm Dr. Larva Berman. Rejection is one of the toughest experiences we face in relationships, work, or life in general. But what if I told you that rejection, when understood and used correctly, can actually work in your favor? Today, I'm sharing 20 powerful lessons on how to use rejection and a little bit of reverse psychology to transform your experience and open new doors for connection and growth. Let's get started. Number 1, rejection refines your boundaries. Rejection is never easy to face, but it carries a hidden gift, a powerful opportunity for personal growth and clarity. When someone says no or turns away, it's not just a simple refusal. It's a message that helps you understand exactly what you will and won't tolerate in your relationships and life. This process of being told no sharpens your awareness of your emotional needs and limits, guiding you to protect your inner world from harm or disrespect. Instead of settling for relationships or situations that drain you or make you feel small, rejection teaches you to stand firm and honor your self-worth. Over time, these experiences refine your boundaries, creating a safer emotional space where you can thrive. It's a kind of emotional pruning, removing what doesn't serve you so that healthier, more fulfilling connections can grow. In this way, rejection isn't just a setback. It's a vital part of learning to value and defend your emotional well-being. Number 2, it creates space for self-love. At first, rejection often feels like loss or loneliness, leaving a space that can seem empty or painful. But this very space is what makes healing and growth possible. When you step back from the need for outside validation, you open the door to reconnect with your own sense of worth. This is the essence of self-love, a deep, nurturing relationship with yourself that isn't dependent on anyone else's approval or presence. Distance from rejection allows you to reflect on your intrinsic value and embrace yourself fully, flaws and all. It's a chance to remember that your happiness and self-esteem come from within, not from being accepted or loved by others. Cultivating this kind of self-love builds resilience, confidence, and peace, laying the foundation for healthier relationships in the future. In this way, rejection becomes not a defeat, but a gift and invitation to turn inward, nurture your soul, and emerge stronger and more whole. Number 3, use reverse psychology by showing emotional detachment. Sometimes, the most magnetic thing you can do is to appear calm and unbothered in the face of rejection or distance. When you show emotional detachment, not coldness, but a composed, steady presence, it can spark curiosity and intrigue in others. This calmness signals strength and self-control, qualities that naturally draw people in. Instead of chasing or reacting emotionally, you create a space where others wonder what you truly feel and why you're not reacting the way they expect. This subtle use of reverse psychology can make you more attractive and increase the chances of others wanting to reconnect. It's about showing that your peace doesn't depend on their approval, which paradoxically invites them to seek your presence instead. Number 4, rejection filters out the wrong people. Rejection is painful, no doubt about it, but it also serves an important purpose. It acts as a filter that clears out those who aren't right for your emotional well-being. Letting go of people who don't align with your values or who drain your energy is necessary for creating space for healthier, more supportive relationships. While it can feel like a loss at first, this process protects your heart from unnecessary hurt and teaches you to prioritize your emotional health. In the long run, rejection helps you build a stronger support system by revealing who truly belongs in your life. It's a painful but essential part of growth, helping you move toward connections that uplift, respect, and nourish you. Number 5, it encourages authenticity. Experiencing rejection, though painful, can be one of the most important catalysts for personal growth, especially when it comes to authenticity. When you face rejection, you begin to realize that trying to please others or changing yourself to fit their expectations is not only exhausting but also ultimately unsustainable. Rejection teaches you the value of showing up as your true, unfiltered self. It encourages you to stop hiding behind masks or pretending to be someone you're not just to gain acceptance. Instead, you learn to embrace your unique qualities, quirks, and imperfections. This process of becoming authentic allows you to build connections that are more honest, meaningful, and fulfilling. When you are authentic, you attract people who appreciate you for exactly who you are, creating relationships grounded in mutual respect and genuine understanding. In this way, rejection helps you shed superficial connections and move toward deeper bonds that nurture your true self. Number 6. Reverse psychology works because it honors. Autonomy. Reverse psychology is effective precisely because it taps into a fundamental human need, the need for autonomy and control over our own decisions. When you hint or create subtle intrigue instead of demanding attention or affection, you're essentially giving others the freedom to choose how they respond. This respect for their independence makes people more receptive and willing to engage because they don't feel pressured or manipulated. When someone feels forced or coerced, resistance often grows, but when they feel their choices are self-directed, they become more open and interested. This dynamic creates a stronger, more genuine connection, one based on voluntary desire rather than obligation. By honoring their autonomy, you foster an environment where connection can flourish naturally and authentically, making any potential relationship more resilient and fulfilling over time. 7. Rejection teaches resilience. Rejection isn't just a moment of disappointment or hurt, it's also a powerful teacher. Every no you encounter is an opportunity to build emotional strength and resilience. It challenges you to face discomfort and uncertainty, and instead of breaking down, you learn to bounce back stronger. Over time, rejection trains you to handle setbacks with grace and courage, developing a mental toughness that serves you in all areas of life. This resilience doesn't mean you won't feel pain, it means you won't let pain define you. Instead, you grow more confident in your ability to navigate life's ups and downs, knowing that each rejection is simply a stepping stone on your path toward growth and success. 8. It invites reflection. One of the greatest gifts rejection offers is the chance to pause and reflect. When someone says no or walks away, it forces you to ask yourself important questions. What do I truly want in my relationships and life? Are my expectations realistic? What parts of myself or my approach might need adjusting? This invitation to look inward can lead to profound personal insight and growth. Reflection helps you understand your values better, align your actions with your true desires, and make conscious changes that lead to healthier, more fulfilling connections. Instead of rushing to fix the external, rejection encourages you to explore your inner world and emerge wiser, more self-aware, and ready for the right opportunities. 9. Use reverse psychology by being less available. One of the most subtle but effective ways to attract genuine interest is by being less available. When you consistently make yourself too accessible, it can sometimes lessen your perceived value because people take your presence for granted. However, when you intentionally step back, create space, and are not always immediately reachable, something interesting happens. This absence can spark desire and curiosity in ways you might not expect. It's not about playing manipulative games, but about honoring your own time, energy, and priorities. By setting healthy boundaries and not chasing approval, you allow others the opportunity to notice your worth and begin to miss your presence. This natural pull happens because people are often drawn to what they can't always have on demand. Being less available communicates confidence and self-respect, making your energy more magnetic and attracting people who truly value you. It's a powerful way to cultivate meaningful connections, rooted in genuine interest rather than neediness. 10. It builds confidence through experience. Repeatedly facing rejection might seem daunting, but it is actually one of the most effective ways to build deep and lasting confidence. Each time you experience a no and don't allow it to diminish your self-worth, you chip away at the fear and anxiety that often surround rejection. Over time, you develop an emotional resilience that transforms how you perceive setbacks. Instead of internalizing rejection as a reflection of your value, you come to see it as a natural part of life's process. This growing familiarity helps you approach future situations with less hesitation and more authenticity. You learn that rejection doesn't define who you are. It simply redirects you toward better opportunities that align with your true self. This kind of confidence, forged through real experience, empowers you to show up fully and fearlessly in relationships and all areas of your life. It frees you to take risks, express yourself honestly, and trust that what's meant for you will come without compromise. 11. Rejection encourages growth. Rejection isn't just a barrier. It's a catalyst for personal growth and self-improvement. When faced with rejection, you're often prompted to reflect deeply on how you communicate and connect with others. It pushes you to develop greater emotional intelligence, the ability to understand not only your own feelings, but also the emotions of those around you. This growth helps you become more empathetic, patient, and aware, ultimately enriching your relationships. Instead of seeing rejection as a failure, you begin to view it as feedback, a chance to learn and evolve. This ongoing process of refinement makes you a better partner, friend, and communicator, paving the way for healthier, more authentic connections in the future. Number 12, reverse psychology by planting seeds of ideas. One of the most subtle yet effective ways to foster connection is by planting seeds of ideas instead of pushing for immediate results. Rather than demanding attention or affection, gently introducing thoughts or questions can inspire curiosity and reflection in others. This technique respects their autonomy, allowing them to process these ideas at their own pace and come toward you willingly. When people feel that they're discovering something on their own rather than being coerced, they're more likely to engage genuinely and deeply. Planting seeds of ideas can be as simple as sharing a story, asking a meaningful question, or expressing a thoughtful observation. Over time, these small nudges create a natural pull, encouraging others to draw closer not because they feel pressured, but because they're intrigued and inspired by what you've shared. Number 13, it distinguishes love from neediness. Rejection serves as a profound teacher in helping you understand the essential difference between love and neediness. It pushes you to realize that true love is not about clinging, controlling, or expecting a certain outcome. Instead, genuine love flows freely from a place of security and self-respect. When you experience rejection, it challenges you to let go of attachment, the need for someone else's approval, presence, or affection to feel whole or worthy. This process is incredibly liberating because it encourages you to love without conditions or desperate longing. You begin to see that love is about appreciating and valuing someone without trying to possess or change them. This kind of love allows for authentic connection built on mutual respect and freedom rather than fear or insecurity. Over time, this understanding empowers you to cultivate relationships where both people feel safe to be themselves, supported but not suffocated, loved but not needed to survive. Number 14, rejection reveals true priorities. One of the hardest but most enlightening lessons rejection brings is clarity about where you truly stand in someone else's life. People's actions, especially their responses to your presence or absence, reveal what really matters to them, often more honestly than words could. When someone distances themselves, ignores your efforts, or chooses to say no, it can sting deeply. However, this painful truth also frees you from false hope or illusions. It helps you understand who genuinely values you and is willing to invest time, care, and effort in your relationship, and who does not. This clarity, while difficult to accept, is a gift because it allows you to shift your energy away from those who don't prioritize you toward those who do. Recognizing others' true priorities enables you to build a support system rooted in genuine appreciation, respect, and love, ultimately guiding you toward more fulfilling and authentic connections. Number 15, it helps you cultivate patience. Rejection teaches one of life's most essential virtues, patience. In a world that often values instant results and quick fixes, it's easy to forget that not every connection or goal will happen overnight. When you encounter rejection, it becomes a gentle reminder that some things require time, effort, and nurturing to truly flourish. This process can be challenging because waiting tests your resilience and trust in yourself and the journey ahead. But learning patience allows you to stay calm and composed, even when things don't go as quickly or smoothly as you'd like. It shifts your perspective from frustration and urgency to acceptance and hope. You begin to understand that meaningful growth, whether in relationships, career, or personal development, is rarely rushed. Instead, it's a gradual unfolding that rewards those willing to embrace the timing of life. This patience nurtures your emotional well-being, keeps you grounded, and strengthens your ability to persevere through setbacks with grace and confidence. Number 16, reverse psychology encourages self-sufficiency. There's a unique power in demonstrating that you are whole and content on your own. When you embody self-sufficiency and emotional independence, it sends a clear and magnetic message. You don't rely on others to complete you or validate your worth. This kind of confidence is incredibly attractive because it breaks the cycle of neediness or desperation that can often push people away. Reverse psychology works here by showing that you are fulfilled without depending on anyone else's approval or presence. Paradoxically, this makes others more drawn to you not out of obligation, but because they sense your strength and positive energy. When you're comfortable in your own skin and happy alone, you invite connections based on mutual respect, choice, and genuine interest. This foundation of self-sufficiency leads to healthier and more balanced relationships where both people come together freely, without pressure or codependency, creating a space for true intimacy and growth. Number 17. Rejection tests commitment. Rejection isn't always the end. It often acts as a powerful test of commitment within any relationship or connection. When setbacks or challenges arise, the true measure of who is genuinely invested becomes clear. Those who remain despite difficulties and continue to show up even after a no or a period of distance often reveal their authentic dedication. This willingness to stay and work through hardships speaks volumes about the strength and sincerity of their feelings. While rejection can initially feel like a door closing, it can also be a filter separating those who are truly committed from those who aren't ready to invest the effort. Recognizing this helps you value the people who are willing to grow alongside you, weather the storms together, and build a relationship grounded in resilience, trust, and mutual care. Number 18. It clarifies emotional compatibility. Rejection often serves as a subtle, yet profound, form of emotional communication. It's a way people express their inner boundaries, feelings, and sometimes their discomfort or misalignment without having to articulate it directly. Instead of viewing rejection purely as a negative response, it can be helpful to listen closely to what it's really telling you. It provides valuable insight into whether there is emotional compatibility between you and the other person. This clarity allows you to understand if your emotional needs, values, and ways of relating align or clash. When you tune into these messages, you can more effectively discern which relationships nourish your heart and which may drain or confuse you. This kind of emotional awareness guides you toward healthier connections, where mutual understanding and harmony are possible, creating a foundation for deeper and more fulfilling relationships. Number 19. Reverse psychology uses indirect influence. One of the most powerful and subtle ways to foster connection and influence is through indirect communication rather than direct demands. Reverse psychology is about suggesting, hinting, or planting ideas softly, allowing others to come to their own conclusions and decisions naturally. When you push too hard or make overt demands, it can create resistance or pressure, which often backfires. But by gently introducing thoughts or feelings, you give people the freedom to explore these ideas internally, making their eventual interest or action feel more authentic and self-motivated. This approach respects everyone's autonomy and invites collaboration rather than confrontation. It's a dance of subtle influence that fosters trust and openness, helping relationships grow in a way that feels natural and mutually respectful. The beauty of indirect influence is that it honors both your desires and theirs, creating space for genuine curiosity and willingness to engage. Number 20. Ultimately, rejection can be a gift, though rejection often feels painful or disappointing. At first, it can ultimately be one of the most transformative gifts life offers. When you learn to let go of control, the need to dictate outcomes, or hold tightly to how things should be, you open yourself to new and unexpected possibilities. This surrender creates a space where the universe can surprise you with opportunities, connections, and growth that you might never have imagined. Instead of clinging to what's familiar or comfortable, embracing rejection allows you to step into a more expansive and authentic version of yourself. It invites resilience, wisdom, and deeper self-love. By reframing rejection as a valuable part of your journey rather than a final failure, you free yourself to move forward with hope and openness. This shift in perspective turns setbacks into stepping stones, leading you toward richer experiences and more meaningful relationships that align with your true path. Rejection is never easy, but when approached with compassion and insight, it becomes a catalyst for growth, connection, and self-discovery. Use these lessons, embrace reverse psychology wisely, and watch your relationships and life transform. If you found this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm Dr. Laura Berman. Thank you for watching, and take care of your heart.